I'm leaning on the lamppost.
Welcome to the LampPod. It is me, Sam, and you,
Neil.
again.
You forgot my name.
Return. No, I was gonna get you to be like, and me, Neil. Like, oh, I don't know.
So yeah, this is LampPod number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
We got a fair amount of views on the first one, which I was pretty happy about, to be honest.
Because I sort of scammed the viewers.
Yeah.
Of my the other channels I'd mentioned in my the last
podcast. Video. Yeah. So now
I put links on.
To
make them watch it.
I think on the last check we got to 206 views,
which is
good. I think it's good.
About it's been 4 days. So that's 50 views a day. That's not
bad. Like,
who
are these 50 people? You know,
it's me and you. We just about to check the views
because we keep editing
upping the views more.
Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't think of that.
So yeah, hopefully,
yeah. And
I think we have 3 subscribers. I've got a feeling. Which is probably
me, you, and my brother. I think.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I meant to say to you, he actually, he said if we ever get to the stage of filming stuff, he said he'll be the guy behind the camera if we need it.
Oh, that's cool.
So we have a cameraman now.
Oh, nice.
But he'll be the unnamed cameraman. We'll call him the intern.
We'll call him Kieran.
Or that one.
Which isn't his name.
That's what an obscure name. Jeez. Anyway, so, in the show today, we're going to be a bit more organised, so...
Yeah, we've actually made a list.
Do you want to run down some of the things that we may or may not talk about in this episode?
So basically, there's been a lot of news out of DC this week.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about the various things to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's Wednesday, currently.
Yes.
So...
We'll probably upload this on Friday.
Yeah, this will probably come out on Friday. But a certain trailer was released in the early hours of this morning.
Which was very
good, and we'll get to that. That'll probably be the last.
It was queenly.
The last
in quality. Yes.
What a joker!
What a joker!
So yeah, and
I was trying to think of a pun for the crocodile. Oh well.
We're snapping away at these jokes.
Ooh,
what a dead shot!
Something about a boomerang coming back to hit you. I don't know.
These jokes will hit us soon. I don't know.
Anyway, what else? What is coming up?
There's been a few trailers released this week. One of them caught us by surprise, which is 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Not 12. That is just
12
a
Cloverfield
non-existent
Street.
film.
It's a different film.
But yeah, that was really sort of out of the blue. I don't think anyone knew that.
That kind of because I sort of just refreshed YouTube and it was sort of there. And I was like, what?
How did that go under the radar? But we'll talk about that more later on. What else are we going to talk about? Was that it?
That's it. That's all we've got.
Is it really?
That's as prepared as we've got.
Indeed.
I think something that we should probably talk about first because it happened last week.
Yes.
Was Deadpool.
Deadpool
have released. Since then, they've released a couple, I think 3 more from what we just saw.
Yes.
We had to look it up.
We had to look it up.
But they released a poster for Valentine's, for the release date of Deadpool, which was a very romantic looking...
completely misleading.
Yeah.
Or maybe not misleading, maybe that is what the film is about.
It's a
and all those trailers have misled us to go and see a rom-com.
We'll be sat there with our imaginary girlfriends.
Or dates, or fake dates.
Our fake dates, each other. We'll be sat there with each other.
Expecting this, like, violent film and laughing at our dates when they're like, oh, this isn't a rom-com, and then actually it being a rom-com. And then they're like, oh.
That whole bridge section, cut.
It's completely, it's like a dream. It's a fever dream.
It's a dream sequence.
I had a dream that I was a red superhero and I was aware of my own existence in a comic book.
It's a quick...
Yeah.
It's just a quick snippet of the movie.
Yeah.
That's why we've only seen the bridge scene.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only bit that's actually cool looking, you know?
I'd love that. I think I'd genuinely love that.
If
Deadpool just wasn't Deadpool and it was just
just so Fox could fuck us over even more.
That'd be great. I would love that.
Yeah.
The more I'm thinking about them, I'm like, that would be the best thing I've ever seen.
It'd be a cult classic.
Because it's not what you want.
I really I hope that doesn't happen, let's be honest.
I do.
Yeah.
I really do.
Please! Fox, if you're listening, quickly change the film if it isn't like that and make it
Ryan Reynolds.
Make it so.
So such a handsome man.
I think Ryan Reynolds at that point would just kill himself because he's been trying to make Deadpool now for like 10 years.
Well, he technically made Deadpool.
Yeah.
Technically.
He's kind of, he made it. They made one scene of Deadpool and it was in the dream of the character he's playing. But yeah, so this poster it's like the most cliche thing.
It's I'm not sure what the girl's name in Deadpool is.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't seem to remember. She's hot.
Can't remember. I think she's in... Isn't she in Gotham? Is she in Gotham?
Don't know.
No, probably not.
Couldn't put her in it if she was.
The one that Gordon gets with.
Oh, is it? Oh, the Doctor.
Yeah, I think it
Leslie?
is.
Is it Dr.
I think
Leslie
so.
or something like that?
Something like I don't know her name.
I'm pretty sure she's not in the comics. I've
got
a feeling.
Yeah, I
she's
think
not
that
in
was
the
like
comics.
a knee-jerk reaction to everyone hates Barbara. Quick, introduce new person.
That's their fault for making us hate Barbara.
Yeah,
because she's nothing like that.
Because she's awful and crap and the worst thing.
The best Barbara is the one who in The Dark Knight who just hates Batman for killing Jim, and then Jim's alive, and then she hates Jim for being alive. It's like
she's like, why?
Just let her be just this person who's not got.
The kids are used to you being dead now. Just stay dead.
Just stay dead. Just don't. I was thinking about getting a divorce. This is just easier.
This just made it so much easier.
I filled out all the paper. We buried a body.
There's a gravestone. It's brilliant.
It's really nice.
I mean, there's another man in my house right now. We've already replaced you.
We've already got...
The kids have accepted a new
He's
father.
got a better moustache than you. Better one.
Oh, no,
But yeah, no, we should probably describe the poster, because we didn't.
It's,
we went off on a tangent about it.
Yeah, it's very cliche.
Yeah, so it's...
kind of like the lens flare in the background.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, before he looks like an avocado... shagged another
an older avocado.
An older avocado.
Yeah. Or a topographical map of Utah.
Yeah.
And I think they're like leaning over a balcony, smiling, happy.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure the film will be about, right?
I think there'll probably be a scene like that where I think it'll probably start as like looking like a rom-com before he gets cancer.
I think that would be even better if that is how they did it.
Yeah.
Because then for a certain amount of the film, the dates will be thinking, this is great, and then suddenly, oh my god!
I just remembered why Deadpool was so heavily on my mind. It's because they did a month early screening.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Did you see about that?
Yeah, I have. I haven't read many of the tweets.
It was
just good stuff.
I saw on a video, so like they were obviously like, look, we're not going to spoil the movie. If anyone did tweet out a spoiler, we're not going to read it. So it was just basically. A lot of it was just YouTubers getting the chance to see this movie, which is really weird.
Well, I think it's a smart way of doing it, because you're going to get... These people can reach a bigger audience than if they just let Tom, Dick and Harry go and see it.
But that kind of... From the tweets, it felt like it was just Tom, Dick and Harry. It was it was just people going like... One of the tweets was, "This is the best movie ever. I can't describe it in 140 characters. Smile emoji, cry emoji, happy emoji." It's like... Shut up.
Yeah.
It's just people like that. There were a couple of proper reviews like this is a genuinely good movie. Apparently the opening sequence in it is really like I think it's the opening credits. So.
Yeah. Do you know if there was any like negative response? Did you see any was there any?
No, but it's these people who've been picked out to go see this movie early.
Deadpool fanboys, like
kind of. So it's and I mean if you get asked to go see a movie, you don't come out and say, "Oh, this shit is terrible."
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get asked to go see another movie.
Yeah.
So it's hard to give an honest review of it.
Because you're so sort of like you got it for. I assume they got in for free as well.
I couldn't tell you, but it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, that's cool.
Well, hopefully it does live up to their descriptions.
I'm really excited for Deadpool. Like I think it's a good way to begin a year which is so heavily. There's 6 superhero movies. Coming out.
It's just.
And it just doesn't care.
Yeah, it's possibly one of the most unique ones.
And I'm really excited for it. I'm probably more excited for it than I am Batman v Superman.
Oh.
In a weird...
I don't know, maybe.
I'm excited for Batman v Superman because it's Wonder Woman on big screen for the first time and it's Batman versus Superman. But from trailers and actual videos and stuff, I'm like, yeah, Deadpool's got me.
Yeah.
Batman v Superman, I'm sort of like, I'll watch it when it comes out. I don't want to know anything about it beforehand.
Yeah. Although we already know too much about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Deadpool, I'm loving the.
Well, that's the other thing. Deadpool, I know literally nothing.
Exactly.
About,
I know there's a bridge scene.
Yeah. Every trailer.
That's it.
Like people say, like, oh, like DC have done well with the Suicide Squad one. Like, we don't really know what that plot's about. But like, I have no idea what Deadpool's about.
Yeah, exactly. And like, Deadpool's out in February.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no one has a clue what that.
Suicide Squad's out in like August.
I think.
August 5th.
Yeah, August. Yeah. Really far away.
They've got so much time to ruin it.
To spoil it, yeah.
Like, I shared, we can't talk about Suicide Squad yet. We're going to do that.
Okay.
Anyway.
Wait, what were you going to say? Is it not, like, too related, or?
No, it's, you've seen it, I'm guessing?
The trailer, yeah.
It's, there's nothing, there's a lot of quick cuts, and I literally just said, that's it for trailers, just leave it at that.
Leave it at that one.
That's got me excited.
I saw your passionate Facebook post, it was
now, DC, stop.
Stop now.
Yeah.
You've got too long to make a mistake again.
But yeah, Deadpool, really excited.
Yeah, man.
Really super excited.
And I think what I wanted to say about that, it was essentially a billboard, because it was like long.
Oh, right,
it was like a long poster. I think it shows not necessarily how clever they're being with promotion, but like how funny they're being.
And yeah, they're really capturing.
Because I'm sort of thinking that maybe, like, thinking about it properly, right? If you saw that billboard and you're a guy that doesn't know anything about Deadpool, you're not going to want to see it, right?
No.
So,
but it makes all the
people that do see it,
stereotypical girls who don't like these bloody gory things.
Yeah,
like, I'm not saying.
I mean, it's a weird name for a rom-com, Deadpool.
Yeah,
but
you sort of, you'd show your girlfriend and go, "Do you want to see this?
Do you want to see this?"
It's Ryan Reynolds.
Have you seen a lot of the pictures on Facebook of like people texting their girlfriends, like, "Do you want to see this?" Have you seen those?
Oh, right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them like, "Do you want to see this?" And they're like, "Holy crap, yeah!"
Yeah,
and then like later on, it's like,
rom-com.
yeah, and it's like later on, it's like, I just watched the trailer. What the hell is this all about? This doesn't look like a rom-com.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't want to see this.
This is the weirdest rom-com I've ever seen.
He just looks through a hole in his hand. And
it's like, son of a bitch. Like,
I'm really excited for them.
Yeah.
I think they've just got it right.
Definitely, and I think that's partly to do with Ryan Reynolds' passion for it.
Yeah.
10 years in the making.
What do you make of the because it's obviously a costume.
Yeah.
It'll probably have CG touch-ups, but the main one's going to be his eyes.
Yeah, to make expression.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's how CG should be
I am
done.
More than okay with that.
Because that's sort of what they did.
Perfect.
That's what they did in Star Wars, you had all these real characters.
Yeah.
Like the puppeteering design and like animatronics and stuff.
Yeah.
But then they touched them up in post to blend them in with the background more to make them
fit in a bit more. Like if it looks a bit too plastic, they're like boom,
they
texture on it.
That's how CG should be done. George Lucas.
Yeah, if you're listening, Lucas.
Because he's one of the 50 people a day who listens to
every single day.
George Lucas.
It's us and him. He's like, I will learn from these two one day.
They know all.
Getting movie advice from us.
But so yeah, we Deadpool's done that. We can move on.
Yeah, man.
Fuck Deadpool.
I'll let you be the controller of this podcast in that sense. You can be keeping us on task.
So we mentioned 10 Cloverfield Lane, not 12. Not 12.
We're going to call it 12 Cloverfield Lane because it's hilarious to us.
Because it's funny.
It's not funny to anyone else.
They'll be like, "What's this movie?"
Yeah, what is this movie?
What are you doing?
12 Cloverfield.
But yeah, I know. Yeah. What did you think of it? Because it's essentially just
because it's so removed from Cloverfield. You know,
I'm okay with that.
Okay, explain why.
Because I wasn't a huge lover of Cloverfield. I thought it was kind of the first thing to do what it did with the because handheld stuff had all just been handheld, apart from maybe Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
But
sorry to give you.
handheld stuff had just like Blair Witch Project and stuff, where it's all just very up close and personal, and there's nothing really done in post.
Yeah.
But Cloverfield added the monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
Into these handheld.
Yeah, it was like a bigger budget.
Yeah, it was
Blair Witch, and
it's definitely one of my favourite handheld films.
Yeah.
up there.
In fairness,
Chronicle.
I will admit I haven't seen many apart from Chronicle and Cloverfield.
Yeah,
I enjoy both.
I've seen like Paranormal Activity and
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen them all, and I think
regretfully.
Yeah, because I got to the point where I'd seen 3, and I was like, I've just got to do it now. I've just got to watch them all because they're so bad.
Get with the canon.
Because there was one set in like the ghetto.
Oh right,
but that's all.
So they're not all set in the same house.
No,
I was under the impression
the first 3 are the same ghost haunting this one family.
Oh okay, follows him around.
I think one's the middle one, 2's the sequel, 3's a prequel.
Okay,
which is stupid.
Yeah,
but then 4
with the baby ghost.
4 was like possessions or something. I want to say
like a spin-off kind of.
Yeah, and it was this sort of, I think it was Mexican or like Hispanic kid.
Yeah.
And they break into this woman's house. I'm not even going to describe it because it's bad.
Because you're losing brain cells.
Yeah, I'm
cells.
Getting done.
Brain cells.
See, even just talking about it, you can't even pronounce words anymore.
I literally can't even.
I just can't even.
I cannot.
You cannot. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9,
8.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Oh, no! Oh, you can't even.
I can't. Damn it!
What a shame. But
yeah.
So yeah, I'm okay with. I'm looking forward to Cloverfield 2.
Electric Boogaloo. No, I'm not going to call it Cloverfield 2.
No,
I think it's.
It is.
I think it is. I think it is Hulk to Iron Man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is. Cloverfield is the beginning of that universe because everything's a shared universe now, right? So it's going to be the Cloverfield universe.
Everything's shared.
And then it is the first spin-off.
Yeah, it's because J.J. Abrams described it as a blood relative of Cloverfield, I think.
Which is interesting because usually when you hear stuff like that, it's like, oh, it's a spiritual successor. It's not set in the same world, but it might as well be, sort of thing. Yeah. But he's like saying blood relative, so it is like...
It's in the same world, but it's a different movie experience, which I'm okay with.
I'm okay with that.
As long as... I don't... Because I was watching it and I was excited and it came out like 10 Cloverfield Lane and I was like, oh, it's a Cloverfield movie, and I was like, that's cool, and then I was like, wait, what was Cloverfield again? Because it's been so long.
Please remind me what Cloverfield was.
And I was like, oh, what is it? And I was like, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that was handheld, and that didn't really bother me. No, this one isn't a handheld, like...
Well, yeah, I think the thing that bothers me about it is because I would just rather a straight-up sequel.
Yeah.
Like...
To just call it Cloverfield 2.
Yeah, because I feel like we've been sort of, like, blue-balled in the sense that it's like, oh, it's Cloverfield again, everyone! Everyone's like, woo! It's like, but it's set in a house, and they're locked in the house, and something's going on outside, but we're in the house. So you can't see, like... I'm sure at some point in the film you're going to see something Cloverfield related,
like,
but
I feel
it's like...
The trailer will be just very much the first act of possibly a 3-act film.
Because I know there was like in the trailer there was like a barrel to maybe something to do with it in there, and like. But yeah, I agree. I think it is.
It's the barrel scene from The Hobbit.
Oh God, I hope not.
GoPros. Suddenly, so many GoPros.
Yeah, just like immediate drop in quality to like 480p. Like, underwater.
Oh. Fuck you, Desolation of Smaug.
Yeah, or just the whole of The Hobbit.
I'm okay with the first one.
No, Peter Jackson, GFY. That's what I have to say.
I love it. No, I do enjoy the first Hobbit. If I'm gonna sit down and watch a Hobbit, it's the first one for me. I'm like, yep. Yeah. Because it shows the Shire. It shows like how fun Bilbo is, and then it gets a little bit too serious and
we spent too long in the Shire, I think.
Yeah.
In his house with the dwarves. Come on.
I like the singing.
Yeah.
They didn't. I think they should have just picked one song instead of the 2.
Yeah, trying to honour it too much. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, it's like we're honouring the book, and then later on in the film, just like, we're not honouring the book. It's like, make your mind up.
The songs had been edited to fit music from the book. The lyrics are slightly different.
Yeah, because I tried reading the book, and I was like, this seems slightly different, and like they've added stuff. And...
Yeah, they're like trying to sing like, bend the knives, blunt the forks.
Yeah.
Bend the knives, bend the forks, blunt the knives, I think.
Something
the other way around.
It would make sense, yeah.
But yeah, what were we talking about?
we were talking about Cloverfield.
And
the CG.
Yeah, I feel like it's very much going to be the first act. Like that trailer is very much the first act Maybe some of the bits where she's trying to escape, like there's a bit where she's sort of climbing through a like an air vent.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll probably be later on, but the bit where they're sort of sat and like doing the puzzle, like Ian, I think that'll be done possibly even to a montage to like show in time lapse.
Yeah, how they're sort of adapting.
I'd like to see it open with them running to the shelter, then being like, "Oh, we gotta get to the shelter."
Yeah.
Maybe John Goodman's skinny.
Yeah. They do like a Steve Rogers, skinny Steve, like
they CGI.
it's just his face on some like skinny actor.
But yeah,
they should do that.
I want to know because it seems very much like she doesn't know what's going on outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because I think the implication is they've both been like the two guys have been there for a while, and then she wakes up and she's like,
"Yeah,
what's going on?" Like, tell
me.
me.
I hope they explain that.
I hope so too, because
like weird. Maybe in that like that opening scene, you sort of see maybe a car crash or something.
Yeah,
she's the driver of the car. John Goodman's running to the thing, sort of turns around and goes, "Well, we've got to help her. She needs our help." Like
that is a good idea.
So like the other kiddie runs. Maybe not even John Goodman. Maybe the other way around. So John Goodman runs. He's like, "Get in!
Yeah,
you gotta get in!
Leave her behind, man. She's dead." Yeah,
and the other guy's like, "I have to help her."
Yeah.
So it sort of throws her over, and then she wakes up with some sort of amnesia.
Yeah, like, what the hell's going on? Who are you guys? Why are we underground?
Maybe even the bit where she gets to the door, sort of looks up and covers her mouth like,
yeah. It's her car. No, my new car!
The insurance!
The premiums!
But maybe that could be kind of a turnaround point as to she remembers, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, she starts getting
I don't
flashbacks.
know how to direct this movie.
Well, we're not directors in fairness.
We're not right. We're not anything.
We're not, We're
barely podcasters.
We're two guys in a room with the Flash comics as the stand.
They're still there.
I think someone online said, what if she's going, like, covering her mouth because outside... Excuse me. Outside is Clover.
I just vomited.
I did. It felt like I vomited.
It's Clover.
Is Clover? Well, that's what they're called. The big alien from the first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant as in like a field of clover.
No. That's just. It's so beautiful. That's why she's reacting. It's like, oh. No. So Clover, the big monster from the first one, is like outside. Death.
Knocking on the window.
What? Oh my god, that'd be terrifying. Just this big eye, like. Oh god, that gave me shivers for a moment.
I'd love that. Would be great.
That would be great.
I'd watch that.
That'd be fantastic.
I'd watch that movie over and over again.
Just for that moment.
Give it an Oscar.
Just that on loop.
Give Clover the Oscar.
Played by Leonardo DiCaprio. But no one knew it was him, so they just gave it to Andy Serkis just instead.
Thinking, it's motion captured, why not?
Yeah, it's got to be Andy Serkis. Like.
But yeah, we should probably talk about where it came from. Because it wasn't originally a Cloverfield movie.
Yeah.
It was a movie from another company that got scrapped. They sort of started filming, and I think the company went under or something like that. And sort of the rights to this movie were just sort of passed around.
Yeah. And then did J.J. Abrams jump in?
Eventually,
and
I think J.J. Abrams took it and was like, "Yeah, we can make this into a Cloverfield film." So I think it's a very sort of lazy sort of effort thing from J.J. Abrams and whoever's making it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, do you think lazy or just sort of like good initiative?
It's like. You've got this movie going around, and if you can do something with it, you might as well. Like, otherwise it's just going.
Because I think if the positive sides of that would be like they've just salvaged someone's project that I assume someone had like a lot of love and put into it. And, like he's come in superhero.
Just
I will
done a bit of rewriting. like a few extra scenes.
And I think then the other thing is like he knows there's a following for Cloverfield, right? So he's like, this is perfect. I think there's a following, yeah.
Did you say that?
I'm pretty sure there's a little sort of,
like it's kind of trying to be a cult, like busting into sort of a cult.
I think so, that kind of thing, like a cult following of the film is. But he obviously thought like, oh, there's a cult or whatever, and they're going to want a sequel. Maybe there is a sequel in the works, but he thought this will tie us over because we're at the halfway mark between two films.
Because I was very much surprised because. In my head, Cloverfield wasn't very big. Sort of. It was one of those films where I was like, I enjoy it for what it is, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't rush back to watch it.
No.
I sort of watch it if there's nothing else on.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I saw the trailer and I was like, has it been too long since the last Cloverfield?
One,
I think that must have been 2009.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it might even be 2008.
It's.
I think. Yeah.
It's an old. Like, it's not a recent film.
No.
By any means.
Yeah.
So it's very.
And it's not. It's not kind of like Independence Day level of like.
Yeah.
So Independence Day came out in what, the 90s.
Yeah.
It was 99 or something like that, and that's a long time. But that film is like kind of huge.
I love that movie.
Like, is Cloverfield big enough to sort of justify making a whole new universe
7
and all
or 8
this stuff?
years?
Yeah, like such a long time between it and then opening up this cinematic world.
Unless 10 Cloverfield Lane takes place 10 years or 7 or 8 years into the.
So it sort of followed the time of the real world, sort of thing.
That I'd watch. That I'd be okay with. I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, that it gives it a reason for it happening.
Mm.
I wouldn't watch it. I'd only watch the beginning again, and like, if it was a flashback, then it's like 8 years later.
Yeah.
She's sort of been awake for however long.
Yeah.
And is beginning to question whether or not anything is actually going on outside.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know.
Mm. Well, I think. Yeah, because obviously if it does follow the timeline of the... That's a long time for her to be sort of sleeping, you know? Like,
well, no, she could have woke up, like...
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, good jump.
At any time.
Mm. And like you said, the montage. Of
Yeah,
good point.
Because it
takes her 8 years to be like, I want to see what's outside.
Yeah, well... Because you... Imagine waking up without any memory, like, without any short-term memory, so you can only remember, like, last week when everything was normal. You wake up, you're in this bunker, and this guy's telling you that
you
the world's basically ending outside.
Yeah.
And you'd question it a bit to begin with, and then...
You learn to accept it.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see. I think it's a really interesting idea, like... Next up is Neighbours 2.
Yeah, what's
Sorority Rising.
Yeah. So this is the sequel to, obviously, Neighbours.
Or Bad Neighbours.
Or Bad Neighbours, which is what we think is called here.
Because I think that's purely because we have the TV show Neighbours.
Yeah, the Australia. So it's probably different in Australia as well.
It's probably Bad Neighbours as well.
Yeah. But so the trailer came out and it looks... I think it looks pretty funny. Not going to lie. What do you think?
I think it looks okay.
Yeah.
It definitely looks like a movie I'll probably look into watching at some point.
Like, I mean, I saw the first one on Netflix and I thought that was quite funny. It wasn't like laugh out loud.
Yeah, that was
hilarious.
the thing. I thought the first one was funny and it had funny bits in it. Like there's a bit where Seth Rogen and Zac Efron are fighting and Zac Efron like hurls they've got like Christmas lights.
Oh, right, yeah.
He whips Seth Rogen's leg and pulls him over.
Yeah.
And Seth Rogen's like on his back and he just looks up and he goes, "How did you do that?" And Zac Efron just goes, "I don't know."
Is that when they're like they're slowly making their way upstairs?
Yeah, they're making it's like the third act of the movie, and apparently that was a genuine accident. Like you genuinely just whipped him and pulled him over.
No way,
that line was honest. Like
that's really cool.
What? So I do like that, but
I have no idea.
And there are bits in it which are very funny. One of the funniest bits in it, I can't repeat back because I'm not black.
Okay.
I can't repeat black because I'm not black.
Try saying that 3 times really fast.
Try saying that now. Just once. I couldn't do it.
But yeah,
the bit where they do the prank call, the calls to the radio stations, like sat in the car, and that one goes, this is Barack Obama, and I want to invite you all to, and then he goes, peace, N-word, and it's really funny, and I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
I don't
it's just funny and
cool. But it is funny, like, and it's a white guy, and you're sort of like, whoa, did they do that? But I've not heard anyone go, "This is outrageous! What are you doing?"
Yeah, I think in good fun.
Yeah,
you know,
it was
in good taste.
It's not.
Yeah.
Calling anyone out. No. Anyway, we're not here to discuss race. We're here to discuss the trailer.
But yeah, I thought because I saw someone say, and I agree, or it sort of came to my mind when I was watching it. Like, this year we're getting Ghostbusters, right? But it's like the female edition.
Yeah.
And I think some people were sort of like, oh, is this like the year where we're trying to like bring in all this stuff? And I think it feels like a natural progression of the series. If you know what I mean. So we've seen the frat. I don't understand how it works in America. You've got
fraternity is the
guys,
male,
right?
the male one, and
sorority
is the female
one.
one. And apparently, from working gathering the trade of fraternities
are allowed to have house parties.
House parties.
Sororities
aren't,
which is super weird if that's true. But
so these girls are like, yo,
let's break
whether or not that's a law or it could just be specific to their campus.
Good point. Yeah. So that's a good point.
We didn't research that because we don't care.
Because we're not prepared to that level.
And we're English.
And so we don't need to know about that stuff. But I think it's really cool. It's a natural progression, right? So you've seen the frat side. Now you want to do the sorority side, or the sorority side.
I like the fact that this sort of house is now listed as like a uni house, like a uni accommodation. Yeah. So
and they just happen to live next door, and they can never sell the house
it
always
because of what's going on. And it's probably like, oh, do you want to sell the house now? Well, the fraternity is gone.
So we're okay.
So so there's no point.
Next year.
Shit, there's a sorority.
Yeah. God damn it.
What are we doing? What are the odds?
Yeah. But I think, it's super cool that they're doing it this way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool because, what's her name? She played in Kick-Ass.
Oh, yeah, I know the one you mean.
What's her name?
Chloe? Is it Chloe? Sorry?
Yeah, is it Mortez?
Chloe Mortez?
Something like that.
She was in Carrie as well.
Yeah. And she's in like some new apocalyptic
film.
Fifth. Yeah, which looks super weird.
Fifth Wave.
It looks like a B movie, the trailer I saw. But
yeah, I know.
So she's in this film, and it's like it's cool now because like she's got to this level where she's not like the kid anymore.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? She's elevated now.
Very much now a young actress.
Yeah,
as opposed to a child actress.
Yeah, so she's gonna slowly sort of go the way of, I guess, like not Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know if she's that good, but like she's getting to that stage where she can now.
Well, I don't know if Jennifer Lawrence was ever a sort of teen.
No, but I mean,
Dakota Fanning is probably a good example. She grew up quite quickly.
Yeah, sort of went from
like
kid stuff
being Tom Cruise's daughter in War of the Worlds to being I don't know what she's done. She's dying
to other stuff. to the other thing
next thing she did.
No, what I meant was so Jennifer Lawrence in like X-Men, for example, and Hunger Games. She plays like a teenage, sort of an older teenage girl.
Now she's also an Oscar-winning actress.
Yeah. So I think,
but she sort of merged those two. Did you find that? Like Jennifer Lawrence was in X-Men after she'd won the Oscar. After Silver Linings.
Well, I think they sort of happened kind of around the same time. Yeah. So like, I think she might have filmed X-Men before, then got the Oscar, then the film came out, and it was like, oh right, so we've got this
that makes sense.
Oscar actor on our team now, which is why Mystique gets so much attention in the later X-Men films, because they're banking on Jennifer Lawrence.
I've got a confession to make.
What is that?
I'm not a huge lover of Jennifer Lawrence.
In X-Men?
In any...
Oh, in just anything?
I don't see...
the appeal.
I've never been like completely wowed by a performance. I have no idea that I've no doubt she deserved the Oscar, probably because that year maybe she was probably the best actress out of all of them. And
I didn't see the film that she got the Oscar for. I don't think
that she should be just nominated for any movie she does.
Was she nominated for American Hustle?
Yes.
Because
she's pretty much been nominated, like apart from Hunger Games and X-Men. If she's been in a film, she's been nominated, which is annoying.
It's like, Jennifer Lawrence is in this film. Nominate her quickly.
It's literally that. Like, I feel like that's what the Oscar judges are sort of. Yeah, why not? She deserves that.
Well, she's quite a popular personality. I think so. I'm not trying to say that is why she.
No, but she's very talented. But I just.
You think there are better people, more deserving people? Or something?
Yeah, I'd hate to see her win 2 Oscars, like really, just sort of just. Off the bat, because she kind of came out of nowhere. Like Hunger Games was the first thing I know her for.
Well, the first thing I saw her in was X-Men First Class, but I didn't know it was Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, because she's super weird.
She's made up in that.
She's got like blonde hair, hasn't she?
Yeah,
as well,
she does look very different.
Well, and she's blue occasionally.
Yeah, she's blue for bits of it.
Yeah.
Plus, for some reason in that film, I can only ever remember Kid Mystique, like the little young one that pretends to be her mum.
Yeah. Which is super weird because it's like her power is she can change, but then she can also change size.
Which
so
is
she's like tall mum
like,
and then shrunk
I would have
down.
liked to have seen her do that, but then be stood on a stool.
Yeah.
Like,
so she
hey
somehow.
mum, what are you doing? So it's like just the top half. Like she transforms into the top half of the mother or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you don't question that.
No.
It's only because she's a kid, and then that's the only time you ever see her do it.
Yeah.
So,
well, in fairness,
who cares?
In Days of Future Past, she does shrink down to Peter Dinklage's size.
Oh yeah, of course she does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget he's in that movie.
And then she like uses
Good
his
film.
thumbprint to open the thing, and it's like, how the hell does she know the intricacies of his thumbprint to open his like safe?
You don't question it. It's
X-Men, you know. What was this subject? It was
Neighbours.
It was Neighbours. Okay. Film looks good.
Yeah,
funny jokes.
Good, yeah.
It also reminds me of 22 Jump Street. The approach that they took to that film, which was do the same film.
Yeah, but
like acknowledge.
Be
the fact
self-acknowledged.
Yeah.
Be self-aware.
Yeah. So I think.
Is there a line in the trailer where she just turns around and goes, "Not again"?
Yeah,
like,
I think so. Yeah,
like
yeah.
That sort
and
of
like the joke
OTT.
about the airbags. Launching him, and it's like they did this last time. Like it's gotta work.
We can do this.
Yeah, and then the same
guys are
thing.
stupid.
Yeah,
blows up in his face.
Yeah, it is.
I thought, because I'm pretty sure there's a bit in the car where it's like girls are clean and stuff, and then she wakes up in the back of the car.
Oh yeah!
Like,
that was so funny.
Breaks and throws it through the windshield.
Slow motion middle finger.
I thought that was the airbag joke of this. And then they add the airbag joke in, so I do like.
Yeah,
it's
so
a movie
there's
I'll
fresh
watch.
ideas, but then
whether I'm excited for it or not, I don't really know.
I will go see it. Probably.
But yeah,
it's definitely will watch on Netflix if I don't watch it in the cinema.
I'll wait for it to come out probably.
Yeah.
Unless there has to be a time when I'm bored.
Yeah.
I think if I'm bored at that time of year, and it's in the cinema, I'll be like, that's what I'm doing.
Let's do it. Yeah. Just like I got a free 3 hours, just go see this film. It probably won't be 3 hours, but you know.
Next thing on the list.
I
have is Jessica Jones has been
renewed for a second season.
Allowed to try again. Allowed to continue doing what they're doing correctly.
Did you like it?
I really liked it.
Okay, you did like. I thought that was
no.
For a moment there, I was
kidding.
I swore he liked it.
I really did like it.
Yeah.
Everyone in it was great. I'd like to see more from Patsy.
Yes, is that the one that should become Hellcat at some point?
Yeah, the blonde TV person.
That'd be super awesome if she became Hellcat.
Yeah.
Like, that feels like the perfect way, like, to do it in a superhero show is in the second season bring in the sidekick, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think...
Like, we're getting Punisher for Daredevil, so it's kind of... He's not really the sidekick, but you do kind of put the two together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I'm excited for just any Netflix original Marvel stuff.
I know. Yeah.
They seem to be doing well.
They're so good. It's like, please don't fail. You know.
Yeah. Just
then it's
continue
sort of like,
being good.
Yeah. It's like, but then it's like, how can they fail at this point?
They've gotten to a point where they can kind of do what the cinematic universe is doing, but because I can see why people are like, oh, Marvel's getting a bit samey, getting a bit formulated. I think it has been doing. I think it's trying to get out of that now. I think very much Phase 2 was quite formula. Like Thor 2 was kind of formulated.
Well, yeah.
Iron Man 3 was different, but not in a good way.
I completely disagree, but that's a subject for another time. I could spend the whole podcast talking about.
I enjoyed Iron Man, but there wasn't enough of him in the suit, which is my main issue.
I do agree with that, but at the same time,
and even when he is in the suit, he's not actually in the suit. He's controlling the suit from a boat. It's like,
and then he gets hit
put
by
him
a
in the
lorry.
suit.
Yeah.
I think I got a feeling Pepper spends more time in the suit than he does in that movie.
At this point,
it makes me sad because
that's how she gets to work. She actually gets a lift. Jarvis, or not Jarvis, Friday now. It would be,
Friday
picks her up in the Iron Man suit and takes her to work.
But yeah,
I think.
I think the TV shows aren't doing well.
Yeah, they're not samey at all. Like, I think that's what you were getting.
There was never like Daredevil and Jessica Jones are completely different.
Yeah,
and there was never episodes where I was like, well, this is the same shit we've seen.
Yeah, like, this is episode 3 of Daredevil again. We've seen this. Like
Jessica Jones's powers are more or less like she's got more powers to sort of play with and use in different ways, whereas Daredevil is very much, I'm blind and this is sort of what I've got to do. But it never felt like you were watching the same fight. Like the bit where he saves the secretary in Daredevil, I can't remember her name. I think it's the first episode where he fights the guy outside and throws him down out of the fire escape.
Yeah.
And then he's in the rain.
Yeah.
And it's kind of similar to the Ben Affleck bit where they show the rain on her face, the sound like vision,
that's how he detects it,
which is terrible.
Yeah.
But it was done very well in Netflix's Daredevil.
I think like because they're very subtle about it in Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like in the movie, they were trying to show us what he could see.
Yeah, which is they did once or twice in Daredevil on Netflix.
Yeah. But then even then it wasn't like, oh yeah, that's right.
The orange,
the world on fire shot. It was like one shot
but
of the
it
face.
looked good.
It looked cool.
It did look good.
And it was very symbolic and fit in with the way that he is the Daredevil, so it's
Yeah.
the world on fire and hell and all
Which
that.
it looked cool.
Super cool idea.
I like the fact that it doesn't seem like in Daredevil the movie, like it felt like everyone knew he was blind.
Yeah.
Like
it's like the point of Daredevil is like no one would suspect a blind guy.
Yeah. So like even though he's got this blindfold on, he's still fighting like a badass. He's like, yeah, bitch, I can beat you
I'll
up.
take you all on, like.
But yeah, we're supposed to be talking about Jessica Jones.
Yeah, sorry, we got a tangent about Daredevil. Welcome to the LampPod Tangent Show, where we're trying to talk about subjects, but we end up talking about something completely different.
But there isn't really much to talk about.
There's not much
Jessica
to
Jones,
say.
unless we just review the
Season
series,
2,
which would
cool.
take far too long.
Thank God, Season 2. Cheers. Blah blah blah. Luke Cage.
I don't know whether we should talk about the Flash or not, because you're yet to watch it, but it has restarted.
Yeah, it has restarted. Arrow to start tonight.
Probably. I presume so.
Probably,
I don't know, but...
And when this goes up on Friday, it would have come out.
I presume Gotham will be next Monday.
Yeah, which I personally...
I'm
not interested.
I started watching Season 2. I think I'm sort of watching it quite lazily. I think it'll probably be one of those things I'll go back and watch once like we get to sort of
Bruce
April
Wayne
to like August, where there isn't really much on TV.
That's a good idea. That's like how I originally saw Arrow. I saw Arrow Season 1, Season 2 back to back before Season 3 aired. I was like, screw this! I just watched everything.
But I watched the whole of Season 1 before Season 2 came out, I think.
Yeah.
And then I sort of only had a week or so to wait for Season 2 and didn't enjoy all that much.
No.
For whatever reason it was. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I do keep meaning to try to get back into it. I do enjoy the Flash Arrow crossovers, so...
Yeah.
Maybe...
I mean, they are cheesy in a non-good way for me personally. But
the first one they did was okay. I thought...
What, the first season of Flash? Or the first...
First season... The first crossover they did
between of the two.
Flash.
Okay, yeah.
I enjoyed that one. I thought that worked well.
And I like they actually brought the time travel back for that episode. It was quite cool, I think.
Yeah.
Like, and then he explained... I love how, like, they didn't do the trope, spoiler alert, of... This is the episode you're on about, right?
Which one?
The time where he goes back in time? Or are we talking about Season 1?
Season 1 I'm talking about.
Oh, right, okay.
I really enjoyed the Season 1. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, right.
I just remember I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed Season 2. Anyway, go on with the time travel.
Yeah, I was going to say, because obviously we only saw it once in the Flash series prior to that. But then, like, he went back in time and he was like, listen up, Ollie, dude.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, okay. And he just, like, totally went with it. Like, yeah, fine. Yeah, sure.
I believe it. But he didn't say, like, I'm from the future.
Yeah, he was just sort of like, I've seen things or something like that.
Yeah, he was just like, look, I've just got a bad feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Or it could have even been... No, never mind. I was going to say
I'm
pretty
sure he told
Cisco
someone,
vibed. I think he probably told Cisco.
It was probably Cisco. Yeah, that's right, he did tell Cisco. Yeah. And he said to him, talk to the Hawk girl instead of the dude, because, yeah.
Now, speaking...
Of
DC.
Yes.
Tangent.
Yes.
To the cinematic universe. As opposed to
where are you going with this? Okay.
To Batman v Superman.
Okay.
Getting the TV spot that we didn't talk about last week.
Yes.
Which is kind of short and annoyed me, but whatever. I'm past caring with that film now. They've ruined too much.
Yeah. But it was still a fun TV spot.
It was, yeah. I liked the way it looked, like Batman colliding into Superman and then
Superman not even moving.
Yeah,
just didn't.
That was cool.
Didn't even feel it basically. So
But then he rips the doors off, and it's that very great looking scene from the first trailer.
Yeah, where they both stand up and face each other. Like.
And then Superman flies away.
Yeah.
He just leaves.
And then Batman, because you don't like this, and we should probably talk about this. Is the placement of that dialogue.
Yeah. I always thought. Well, we'd all been led to believe that it took part during the Batman taking off the bat signal, like.
Yeah.
Letting the bat signal shine for probably the first time in 50 years or whatever.
Yeah. 50. Well, it wouldn't be 50.
No,
right?
but he's supposed to have been retired or whatever.
Yeah.
From what we know.
It's like an OAP Batman.
He's got a Zimmer
That's
frame.
why he's in a suit, because he actually can't move.
He's got a little Zimmer frame going on.
The
Batman's coming.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, Superman.
Do you bleed? Do you bleed? He just keeps repeating the same thing because he can't remember what he's just said.
You will.
But yeah, we would have been led to believe that took place in his mecha armor, looking up at Superman with the red eyes, and it looked great.
Yeah.
I think it was also in the Comic-Con, the little clip they showed at Comic-Con that no one leaked, which was amazing. Well, they leaked it for like 10 minutes and then it got taken down.
What clip was that?
Back in the first announcement of it.
Oh, right.
They showed that bit and like.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Up at him.
A lot of like lightning.
That's when. That's when everyone was like, "It's gonna be the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Returns."
Yeah. Because I think.
Like,
did you see how it should have ended? They did a parody of it.
Oh, did they?
Where they're like staring. I think of that scene you're referring to. They're like staring each other down. But then, because obviously it's their Superman and Batman character, they both start laughing. They're like staring each other down. They're like,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we all thought it took place in that scene. It doesn't. It takes place
when he's
after he rips the doors off and Superman flies away.
Which, I mean, it probably sets up that scene. Because he's like, do you bleed? If he flies away, you will. And then he makes a suit. Like,
here's a question for you. Do you think Batman knows that Superman can hear him?
What, when he flies away and he goes, you will?
Yeah.
Because
Superman can't hear him.
Yeah, if I'm being honest...
Obviously, like, with the knowledge that Superman can hear everything.
Yeah, I don't really think they thought about it in that sense.
I'm not sure they did either.
I think the reason he's saying it is because it's like a dramatic scene.
Yeah.
The scene will cut to black at that point. Because he'll go, do you bleed? And then you will. It'll cut to black.
If it didn't cut to black and it just shows like Batman sort of looking around trying to...
It's like, God damn it, he broke my car!
Like, out his car, like calling a taxi home.
Alfred!
Alfred, do you drive? You will.
Oh. I hope that happens.
That would be great.
Someone needs to make that parody.
So yeah, that's basically...
You will.
That's all the Batman trailer was.
Yeah, it was...
Oh, the TV spot, we should call it.
I think they showed it on like Conan or something, like, or Jimmy Kimmel,
maybe
something like that. Yeah.
And we're basically just in DC territory now.
Yeah.
It's weird that we're getting more DC news of late than Marvel.
Yeah. Well, because I think the last like 3 years has just been like Marvel everything. Yeah. Like DC aren't doing anything till 2016, and
since 2010 when Dark Knight Rises came out.
Yeah.
It's basically just been all Marvel.
Because like people were hyped about Man of Steel, but I don't think there was like much news about it.
It ever came out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree it's a pretty forgettable film, but like I enjoy it. But what was I gonna say? I think that's the only news that DC ever could have had.
Yeah.
Like, in the cinema world, not necessarily TV stuff. But like Marvel, obviously, influx of films since 2008.
Yeah, and
just
like
every
Netflix
year.
is just as big announcements and stuff like that.
And I think...
So it's nice that they're catching up.
So I think a lot of people are sort of getting tired of that. A lot of people say they're tired of Marvel films, but I think they're just tired of the constant
Marvel news.
Like, bombardment of like, everything Marvel is doing is cool. Like, they're like, it's not cool because it's all cool.
I have a question. Do you get more excited for a movie that comes up with the Marvel logo with studios underneath it than one with just the Marvel logo?
Yeah, studios. Yeah,
that little bit. It's just
it's a magical moment.
makes everyone happy.
Because it's like, as much as I'm excited for X-Men Apocalypse, it's sort of like, it's still...
No one cares.
It's not Marvel Studios, man.
It's not. It's not. It feels like a parody movie almost.
Yeah.
Like, they just don't look as good.
Yeah, you expect it to say like Marvel or something.
Yeah, like I look at the X-Men movies. I'm like, I just picture them grainy and just like really dark and sort
like
of
everyone's
dingy
wearing
and like
leather.
and just not good. But they are like a handful of them are good and they are getting better from what I can tell.
I think the difference between, like as you're saying about studios and then just Marvel is like, we know with Marvel Studios every film has been consistently decent.
Yeah.
Whereas when you just see the Marvel logo, you remember like Fantastic Four, then Fantastic Four again, and then X-Men Wolverine or X-Men Origins Wolverine. X-Men 3. Like,
I enjoyed X-Men 3, but I think
a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, last time I watched it, I was probably like 10,
yeah,
and didn't know anything about anything.
I mean, they use footage of it in Apocalypse.
Do they?
Yeah, well, you know when not Apocalypse, sorry, Days of Future Past, when Xavier in the past goes into Wolverine's mind, sees his future. You see Wolverine stab Jean, spoiler alert, from X-Men 3.
I wasn't paying that much attention.
I watched it again recently. So,
okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all we could talk about. we were like, it's good to hear no Marvel news this week, and then we went off on a tangent about Marvel.
Yeah. Oh god.
But yeah, DC
Woo! News. DC.
I didn't trust them still because of the Batman v Superman trailer. I did.
Yes.
They've broken trust.
Oh yes, it was a very cautious click into Suicide Squad trailer.
But
we were pleasantly surprised.
I was.
Yes.
But we'll get onto that.
Oh, okay.
We have the Justice League promo.
Yes.
Like little thumbnail, like poster thing.
Yeah.
It's not even a poster. It's just
a concept art kind of like.
It's like an Instagram pic.
Yeah.
It looks like fan art from Instagram.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure they hired an intern to.
It's Ben Affleck just.
It was literally like some dude on PowerPoint.
Yeah, I couldn't make that.
You could have made it.
In fact, I tried.
You could have made
Last
it better.
night I tried. I saw that and was like, I want to
do that.
I want to make one of those. And then I sort of done a bit more research and I was like, wait, that was the real one.
Yeah. Like,
I was like, what?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, a lot of people were actually saying like, guys, this is fake. Stop posting it everywhere. And then Warner Brothers came out and was like, it's real. Guys, it's real.
I like the idea of Warner Brothers just walking up to that one person going, it's fake, and just going, excuse me, it's actually real. It's actually real. And that guy going, oh, well, shit. And then just walking away.
Damn it. Don't tell anyone.
But yeah, so that looks okay. It looks like
well, the thing we have,
it looks very comic-y. It looks like it could be a cover for a Justice League comic.
It reminds me a lot of. Did you ever watch the Justice League animated series?
Yeah, I was about to say.
It looks very much like
I couldn't quite put my
that.
finger on which one it was.
Where everyone's kind of silhouetted.
Yeah,
with a
very
glowing
much
background.
Like kind of.
The
person like Superman in the front is the biggest one.
The tallest.
Gets
top. Yeah.
They get sort of smaller. No Martian Manhunter.
No. Which I think a lot of people kind of expected. Because,
me too. I just wanted to say something.
Yeah, because New 52, right? So New 52, instead of Martian Manhunter, it was Cyborg.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
He got upped from the Teen Titans.
Yeah, he got promoted.
Woo!
Promoted. But
do you watch that? Do you watch the Teen Titans? Or
No.
Teen Titans Go?
No.
Teen Go? Titans Go? I don't know what it is.
Not.
It's good. I do like it.
Really?
It's quite
Isn't
good.
it like really sort of cutesy?
It's very cutesy.
Yeah.
There's an episode of it where they actually because there obviously was the old Teen Titans cartoon, which was very like much like the
Yeah. That was really good.
Yeah,
I didn't watch much of it, but what I did see was good.
They do an episode where it's like, you guys aren't even real. It's like, what do you mean we're not real? It's like, you're just TV characters. What? Yeah, watch. And they turn on the TV and like they play a clip from the
actual show,
Teen Titans, the really graphic one.
Yeah.
And they're watching it, and then like it cuts away. And it's like, well, that looks nothing like us, or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's very self-aware of that fact. Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Is what I have to say. That's it. Moving on.
Wonder Woman is a thing.
The thing that's annoying me about the Wonder Woman like little featurette thing is the fact that in brackets it's just 2017.
Yeah.
Which to me still feels too far away. Like it's next year.
Yeah.
And it's only just occurred to me then whilst we were talking that it is just next year.
Yeah, it's 2016 now.
And it's probably about
but it's still like it's still a whole more than a year away.
Yeah, it's,
like,
it's about the same time that they sort of released this Suicide Squad. But that was over a year, I think.
I think
or
so.
About a year.
Yeah. Because they want to build that hype. For
yeah,
it. Yeah,
and I like the look of it. I really do like the look of it. I think if you're gonna do a dark DC movie apart from Batman, this kind of feels like the one to do. Like where she's very like much in like this war. Yeah,
World War II, gritty kind of like fighting. I guess Nazis, right?
Yeah,
probably because
from what we could tell, from what we could see, but it looks very much like DC don't have a Hydra, do they? They don't have a.
Not I'm aware of. Yeah, I don't think there's. I think it'd just probably be straight up Nazis.
Yeah,
I can't imagine.
DC are very much like that.
Yeah, where it's straightforward, like we fight the real villains in the world, like
But
it looks good, and I think a lot of people are going to maybe draw parallels to Captain America: The First Avenger.
Yeah, I think you could probably do a trailer of the two movies and make them look the same.
Yeah, make them fit in. But someone do a crossover.
I do think it will be the same movie.
Yeah,
there won't be a lot of parallels in the actual movie. Just like the sort of basic storyline.
Yeah. World War II.
Yeah.
Chris Pine, Steve Trevor turns up. Does his bit.
Leaves.
But I think the footage we probably saw in that video is probably like the only footage they filmed.
Yeah,
like, it's so far away.
Because that was kind of what the Suicide Squad teaser was. It was just what they had.
Chuck it in a thing. Put some CG on it quick, Which
looks alright.
Yeah.
And I think I prefer them doing it this way, where it is just like two people talking, or Kevin Smith just listening to someone talking whilst looking amazing.
In awe.
I love Kevin Smith so much. He's so good.
So nerdy.
You need to watch Jay and Silent Bob, because he doesn't say anything and he just looks like that for the whole movie. Just like constant, just facial expressions. I'm doing them. I'm trying to do them. Yeah. You can't see this on the podcast.
I mean, unless they make unless you like tense really hard and it makes a sound.
Yeah.
Oh no! It sounds really weird. This thing.
I'm really excited for it.
Yeah,
I like the fact that
I'm more excited now than I was before. Yeah.
I'm more excited to see her in Wonder Woman than I am to see her in Batman v Superman. Doing justice.
Yeah.
I like the fact that the war scenes look so dark, and it makes the because in my opinion, the Zack Snyder movies, the Zack Snyder's universe for DC, is too dark.
Yeah.
Superman should never look that dark ever.
No. I agree. I absolutely agree.
But I like the fact that those dark war scenes have a comparison between like the bit where she's putting on the hat and the glasses and the mirror.
Yeah.
Like that looks really vibrant, and it looks really, just makes her look sort of really girly girl.
Yeah.
And then like the fighting scenes are really dark and gritty.
She's badass,
which is really cool.
Mm. We were saying about Chris Pine.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I say about my little idea of what? So I think so for those that don't know, Chris Pine is playing Steve Trevor, which has always been the primary love interest for Wonder Woman in the comic books, but obviously it's set in World War II, and Chris Pine is like 20, 30 years old in that. So I think a little theory I just sort of came up with was like, what if he becomes the sort of Justice League's Nick Fury, in that he's going to be in the modern day, but he's going to play like a much older version of himself.
That'd be cool.
So
especially, even if it's not Chris Pine, I'd be fine with. If it was, if it was someone else who looks like Chris Pine or something, I don't know.
Yeah,
but the made up Chris Pine would look cool.
Yeah, I was thinking like, what if they freeze him like Captain America and he's like in modern day? I hope that doesn't happen.
No.
Yeah.
Shall we just move on to Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad, the biggest thing, trailer drop.
The biggest thing this week. Easily.
Biggest thing.
Which happened yesterday.
Yes.
Or this morning.
This morning.
Really early this morning.
For us waking up, yeah.
I caught it by chance. Because I'd gone to bed and I'd sort of put my phone down to one side and I was like, trying to sleep, and I was like, I'm going to put on a podcast or something to fall asleep to.
Right.
And it was there. It was on my recommended videos. I was like, what?
What? I think that's how I came.
And then I pressed play and it was like, is this just real life?
Yeah.
I was like,
Queen,
the best thing ever. I was like, Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes, I'm on board.
Perfect combination. Best trailer.
It's so well done.
That trailer is so much better than Batman v Superman.
Oh, definitely. It's better than any of the DC trailers so far.
Yeah.
For me. Personally.
Although I did enjoy the teaser for Man of Steel ages ago, but yeah.
I can't remember it. It probably looks good.
It was.
I love because Man of Steel. I love the way it looks.
Yeah.
I really love the way it looks. I love the. Have you seen the edited one where they make Superman? They
Writer.
Yeah, they
defilter
slider it.
Yeah.
And that looks amazing. But yeah, I put that trailer and I was like, oh my god,
this is what I want.
I'm
gonna sit back for 2 minutes. And just enjoy this.
Enjoying my life.
Yeah. Because I love that in the previous trailers, and like maybe it was like common knowledge. I didn't know. Maybe you knew, but I didn't. I thought a lot of the characters were going to be non-powered. So I thought, oh, Enchantress, right? She's going to have some magical powers.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then,
of course.
But then you've got like characters like, I think his name's Diablo. It's like the dude with the skulls, and he has fire.
Yeah.
I think his name's Diablo, but I thought in the film he was going to be like I don't know. I didn't even know he had fire powers. Because apparently in the comics there's a bunch of different Diablos, and some of them do have fire power and some of them don't. So I thought he'd be like, I don't know, at most a pyromaniac or some kind of knife dude.
Oh, right.
And I thought a lot of the... Because Slipknot, right, is another character in there, and literally his power is he can tie good rope and strangle people and stuff. That's his power. He's really good with ropes.
What a skill.
What a skill.
He was a Boy Scout.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's got badges and everything.
It's not even a superpower. But like, so I saw him
in uniform.
Yeah. He ties a really nice tie, you know. But so I saw that and I thought, like, this was my initial reaction. Was like, oh, it's going to be a cool film, but
they're going to look silly.
It's going to be kind of boring. They're cannon fodder, right? So I thought Diablo was probably going to get killed off because he's got no powers and no one's going to care about him, right? But then seeing this trailer is like eased up on all that kind of fear, because pretty much everyone has a power.
Yeah.
Kind of. So you've got your boomerang dude who's really skilled at boomerangs, and they're all trick boomerangs.
Do you mean Boomerang?
Yeah, Captain Boomerang, Australian,
Boomerang,
brilliant, Jai Courtney. Possibly in his best role ever, because he hasn't been in many good roles. But no, so then Diablo's obviously got like firepower.
It's sort of like cancer for movies, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like Jai Courtney's in this film. Oh dear, like Terminator.
Oh.
Yeah, Genesis.
And Die Hard.
Die Hard. Oh yeah, as the son
with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Oh
dear.
Why is that me?
Oh dear.
But yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for it. What were we saying? Sorry.
Sorry. It's alright. It's So yeah, we've got all these powered people now, and now I'm like super excited for it because it feels like it is literally the evil Avengers or the evil Justice League.
Yeah.
You've got your...
They would stand up against them.
Like you've got your evil Hulk in Killer Croc, essentially. Like even Katana, right? So it's the woman with the sort of like...
With the Japanese... Like,
yeah. You can see it in the trailer, so it's not really a spoiler, but like she holds up the katana sword, and it's like sucking in souls of people she must have just killed.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that about the character.
But you do now.
And now I do.
It doesn't give away anything.
Yeah, and that's super cool.
Yeah.
Like
it's a really well done trailer. Like you could go through and like freeze frame every single shot and be like, oh well, that's there.
Yeah.
You can see Batman
on the car
having a wee in the car park there, but because it's so fast. Sorry, I'm not just kidding.
Sorry,
but because it's so fastly shot, like cut.
Yeah,
you see so much, but you don't know any context.
Yeah.
Like the dum 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 dum. I see a little silhouette. That part that was like dum 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 dum.
Yeah,
that like it's. Cut so fast, and you're like,
yeah,
and it's like,
yeah, and it's just like, look at all this,
and then it just looks crazy, and you've got
like
the Joker bits, like with Batman on the Lambo, I think,
the
porcelain Lambo, or
whatever. I have no idea what that car is. Oh, Audi maybe.
I think it's
probably a Lambo.
Yeah,
probably is
because I feel
some
like Marvel
deal they have.
Because
of Iron Man.
Because
probably.
of
That's a good point.
But yeah, one slight hesitation I have.
Yeah.
Possibly too much Joker.
Yeah.
I feel. I'm not sure.
Do you think he's going to be the villain in the film, or what do you think they're doing?
Know.
Yeah.
I just think there's too much. It looks like we're getting a Joker origin.
Because of the acid.
Yeah, there's the acid bit, and it looks like he's holding Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Which is
Well, there is another theory that I sort of subscribe to, is that he's only going to appear in her flashbacks.
Okay.
So he will only be in the film, because I've seen someone say about this, like the film will go on as they're doing their mission, but then it will like cut back to the origin of Enchantress, like how she became possessed by this witch or whatever.
Like bit like Arrow.
Yeah, and then we'll get like Killer Croc will have a big scene, and then suddenly we'll get a flashback to him as a kid in the circus or whatever, being like crazy mutated or whatever. So
being laughed at.
Someone thinks I don't know why, but it was some thread on Reddit, and they said that they think that when we get like a Harley Quinn flashback, it'll be all the Joker scenes that we've seen. So she'll be like kind of one of the main characters, so she'll get a few more flashbacks than everyone else. Yeah. And we'll see this progression.
Probably along with Deadshot, I feel. It seems to have a...
Because, Will Smith...
You don't have Will Smith and not use Will Smith.
Exactly, yeah.
You've kind of got to.
Will Smith playing Will Smith.
Basically. Like it was the first time we've heard him talk.
I think so, yeah. I think he said one line in the last film, and that was, let's go save the world.
Yeah. I don't think he actually was, so what are we? Some kind of suicide squad?
Yeah, he says that as well, yeah.
He says quite a lot, actually. I think he's probably the only one we've heard.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we've even heard Killer Croc, have we?
No. I like the way Harley Quinn sounds. Because I'm not sure we've heard that, like, or if we had heard it, it wasn't very insane, whatever she was saying. It was just sort of...
Yeah.
Whatever.
What was it she said? She said, in this most recent trailer, she said...
I'm going to kill you all. Just kidding. Or something
That's
like
what
that.
my head said, or something. Like, oh, just kidding. My head was saying something else.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
The voices were saying
the
something
voices
else.
in my head are telling me to kill you. Just kidding. They were saying something completely different.
Yeah.
I was like, that's...
Yeah, it's kind of cool. But I wish she was doing the classic Harley Quinn thick Brooklyn accent. You know,
Well, she
like
could.
Mr. J, like that kind of...
Because she... Like Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, exactly.
She's from the Bronx.
Yeah, she has that voice.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Is that New Jersey?
I'm locking you.
I called it Brooklyn, but is it...
It could be New... I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever.
It might be New Jersey or Bronx or...
It's very...
Yeah. But it's like she did it
Brooklyn is
perfectly.
Bronx.
And like when she was cast, I think everyone was like, she's going to do the voice. It's going to be perfect. And then she's not doing the voice.
Well, she might do the voice with the Joker.
Yes.
So that could
That's a good point.
That could be like a private thing she does for him. Like as a kind of a fetish.
Yeah.
Or weird.
Because if they're going down the route of he is the one that made her the way she is, because she goes insane from him, then maybe that is...
I think any other origin for Harley Quinn...
would be
especially
wrong.
in the first live action Harley Quinn would be...
Doing it wrong straight away would be
the
bad thing to do.
Like Poison Ivy in...
What?
Batman and Robin.
With the poison or whatever, something like that. Venom.
The venom.
Or the plants.
What makes Bane also makes her...
Yeah, poured on her with all the plant life and all that stuff.
Not good.
I don't even know what her origin is in the comics, but it's probably not that, is it?
I don't really care either.
No.
She's just sort of there and I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, she's in
Do what you like.
Uma Thurman. Thurman.
Uma
Thurman.
like Uma Thurman. I like Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Good actress. Good singer.
Well, I think what's quite cool about this new Batman being in this Suicide Squad, or what's cool about this whole universe now, is that we can get like Mr. Freeze and stuff again, but like a better Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Because we never would have ever have had that in the Nolan universe.
Or before like universes existed.
Yeah.
Because all the old Batman films sort of stood alone.
They were kind of like James Bond in the sense that different actors
you could connect
connected
them, but there was no reason to.
Yeah, it was just sort of like, oh, this is another popcorn flick.
You'd never have like Val Kilmer fighting the Joker. No, the Riddler.
Yeah.
And then, but you couldn't then have George Clooney, who followed, also fighting the Riddler. Whereas like the new universes that are like, this is where it starts, this is where it's going to end. What happens in the middle is its own story.
Yeah.
Which is very comic book sort of specific, I think. You can't really do it with much else.
No. Everyone comes together, goes off, branches, things happen, stuff.
Yeah. Because comics that are so many, there's so many different versions, like the new 52.
Yeah.
Like that's its own thing. Like all the characters in it are very specific to that series.
Yeah.
And like, yeah. So it is. I'm grateful for what Marvel have done.
Yeah, and how they've managed to encourage.
Sort of did.
Yeah, how their success has encouraged other studios to follow suit, sort of thing.
I think if DC had done it, had tried to do it any other way, since Marvel got so big, like I think what Nolan did was really good.
Yeah.
But I think in the long term, like, whilst superhero movies are so big, you need to have this continuous force of just
universe, continuity,
movie,
story,
things. Because one of the things that makes Marvel so good is you can connect the films, and you're like,
or in Iron Man 2, it's like Hulk's on the news, like he's like literally right there. Like,
Coulson has a shield.
Yeah,
Coulson's now the biggest fan of Captain America.
Yeah,
I love it.
Makes so much sense. Like,
but that was like, it was all done kind of like accidentally on purpose, like very much like.
Yeah, I feel like Joss Whedon writing the Avengers managed to really tie together what was kind of a loose canon in the first phase, and then he did the Avengers, and it was like, Coulson's obviously a fanboy, like, duh, like, it was genius.
Definitely.
Genius.
What did you think of the posters? The new posters.
Awesome.
I really
super unique.
I'm not sure Joker should be on the posters. That's why, like, the Joker for me is my only complaint in these movies.
Because there's too much.
Yeah, I'm just seeing too much Joker, and for someone who's sort of a secondary character to the Suicide Squad.
I think the problem with it is Joker sells, right?
Yeah, that is.
Their hands are tied in the sense that, they're finally doing a Harley Quinn, but most of the general audience probably doesn't even know who Harley Quinn is.
Yeah,
but they know who the Joker is. So it's like, Joker sells. Like,
because I think that was something that the first teaser trailer did better than the new one, whereas it sort of went, this is the movie we've got. These are all the characters. I'm the Joker as well. I'm here too.
Yeah.
That's the end of the
trailer. Hey, I'm the Joker. Like, he's in no scene with anyone else. No. He's just there, like, doing his own thing.
I can't remember the line he says. With the electric.
What, in the most recent one or the previous one?
No, the previous one.
Where he's like, I'm not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to kill you.
I'm just going to hurt you really, really bad. I prefer his voice in the new trailer.
Yeah. The laugh I'm not sold on. You know the bit where he's led in the middle of the circle of knives?
Oh, right. Does he do a laugh though?
Yeah, he's like, he like literally sounds like that.
I don't know, because I liked his laugh in the last trailer where you can't see him and it's sort of very echoed.
Yeah,
The dude sort of tried to chill, like, what what's going on?
Who is this dude? Like,
but yeah, I just think, I think it is just the Joker sales, and this isn't a. I like the fact that he's always away from the rest of them.
Yeah. I assume you've seen the poster where they're all looking up.
Yeah, all looking up, yeah.
And he's off.
And he's up in the top left-hand corner.
And I think it's the fact also because he's Jared Leto. So it's like the Joker sells, so does Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Combine them into one.
You've got a movie, so...
You've got a super seller.
Jared Leto's weird.
Is he? Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more about...
Because I'm guessing you've heard... it's just weird because his band's terrible. 30 Seconds to Mars.
I enjoy some of their songs.
He's a better actor than he is musician.
Yeah, I haven't really... In fairness, I haven't listened to like any of their new stuff, but then at the same time I haven't really seen him acting at anything, so I'm He's
very good in Panic Room.
Oh, right.
With Jodie Foster and Kristen Stewart.
Oh, right.
From pre-Twilight
era.
Yeah. But yeah, he's just a weird actor. Watch American Psycho. He's good in that. He's got a very sort of small role in that.
Oh. Right. That could be another one we can watch. We can watch it.
I'm not sure we should.
No.
It's there's a bit where Kristen Bell basically just has sex with these two hookers.
Oh.
whilst looking at himself in the mirror intensely. Genuine scene.
Even more of a reason
Add that
to
to
watch
the thumbnail.
Where him tensing was in a hooker.
Whilst inside of a woman.
Indeed.
But yeah.
How long have we done?
That's been an hour and 17 minutes.
Cool.
Of us chatting.
Have we covered the topics we
have
wanted to?
covered all of the topics that we've said we were going to cover.
Fantastic. Shall we outro?
We should outro.
Right. Thank you very much for listening. If you have been listening all the way through to this point,
I doubt you have.
This is the LampPod on the LampPost channel, possibly the LampPost Society if we ever change it.
We might change it. I doubt we'll change it.
But if you enjoyed this video, please let us know by leaving a like. Maybe leave some constructive criticism in a comment.
Or just straight out verbal abuse.
Yeah.
Because we talked about the N-word halfway through that.
Or leave a comment saying GFY.
Yeah, just go fuck yourself.
And then if you want to see more of this stuff, please smack that subscribe button.
For we've maintained our 2 video a week now.
Yeah, I think so. And we'll do a top 10 maybe this week or something.
Yeah, we're meeting up on Friday to do I presume we are anyway. Yeah. I've just invited myself to your house.
Yeah, man. Come around whenever you want. We can record.
I'll come in after work.
So, thank you for listening. Please subscribe, leave a like,
or
leave a comment.
We don't care.
Or don't. So,
but if you don't, you break our hearts.
Thank you very much. Cheers.